Royal, Noble, honorable brothers and sisters here in the United States of America and from around the world. 2019 was indeed for many a very difficult year. Many have lost their jobs, many have lost a loved one, and many have found themselves in a situation in which they could not protect their very own life anymore. In fact, we cannot even go to a synagogue, we cannot go to a church, we cannot go to the sacred places in which we share our faith without fearing for our very own lives. We cannot send our children to schools without not fearing for them returning safe back home. We have entered an environment of hatred that is additionally empowered by the insanity that we engage more and more into the production of nuclear weaponry and weaponry that is based on killing as many people as possible in the shortest possible time frame. We have realized a foundation of confrontation within this nation that is unlike any other in history, one that has divided everyone in this nation, not only in the impeachment matter, but in most essential affairs of brotherly and sisterly bipartisanship that unifies us, that liberates us. We have departed from that. So 2019, in truth, in particular with the last few days elevating again victims of hate crimes, have revealed itself as very painful to me. I cannot help as to be extremely disappointed about humankind. In fact, sometimes I wished not to be a human. It appears to me so unknown that we have not only departed from any sort of feeling what is right and wrong, we have not only disregarded that subpoenas need to be complied with, that in fact witnesses supposed to be testifying. Why are so many sitting in prisons when in truth not even any testimony is required, when in truth not documents are required, when in truth documents can be withheld, can be stolen, can be manipulated, when in fact protections that whistleblowers deserve, rightfully so deserved by law, are ignored, when in fact the very institutions of the FBI and the intelligence community are consistently slandered for the only one purpose that is attached to it, and that is to make them submissive, for them to acknowledge that there is no greater power as the one man represents, with a party that has dedicated their very existence to the foundation that I by law identify as political racketeering. We have found ourselves in an environment that is utmost questionable, and it is interesting for me to see that so many approve of all of it, that we are not understanding the danger associated to all of it. Internationally, hatred is a very, very important subject matter, but within this country, within the United States, it has become on a daily foundation a life-threatening subject matter already, and many turn their eyes in blindness away. We with intent ignore the signs of an uprising dictatorial movement that bases its very existence only on a foundation of above the law conduct and not of legality. It is utmost concerning to me and every sane individual in this nation and from around the world that we are in compliance with all the unlawfulness and the above the law conduct that we witness. And we can only be frightened from the weakness of the law for the people in power, how much they can control the outcome of everything and anything. They can destroy lives, They can refuse to pay people. They can induce others into losing everything that they have worked for their entire life and still get away with it. And we need to be frightened about that, as we need to be frightened about the amount of weaponry, the dimension of hatred that is existent within this nation. Therefore, 2019 is a year that has realized great wounds within me. And as I mentioned before, I questioned the existence of humanity at all. And I also questioned the existence of any sort of connection to right and wrong, as we most obviously have chosen a path that I am certain none of the gods that we have dedicated our prayers to would approve of. Our universal God provided to us a purpose here on this world, a world that we just borrow for a brief moment, time we are allowed to share with others, and yet we kill others, and yet we are not concerned about feeding the many in this nation that are without food, the many in this world that are without food, and rather spend more money in killing them. Royal Noble, honorable brothers and sisters from around the world, for 2020, I wish for us to change our state of mind. I wish for us to acknowledge again the existence of right and to stand unified on the side of the right and oppose courageously the wrong. Because after all, ductus exemplo, what can we provide to future generations if not our leadership by example, as parents, as friends, as husbands, as lovers, as whoever we are and wherever we are. Let us reach the epitome of our capabilities in 2020 and again start to care for each other, for this nation. Let us again help the intelligence community, the FBI, to do their work honorably, without interference, without being pretty much forced into submission to a lawless environment that wishes to control every aspect of the American justice system. In truth, what we have seen from the history of the current leadership, we are drifting towards bankruptcy of the United States of America. We cannot see it in any other way, shape, or form. We have not reduced our deficit. We have not accomplished much, and let us also be clear about this. Our opposition against cryptocurrencies, the developments of the international financial markets that are shifting towards decentralization, that also actually involve nations like Germany to have their own cryptocurrencies. We oppose that. Blockchain is the future. Artificial intelligence is the future. And you, the people, will need to stand on your own feet. Your jobs are not secure. We need to create a completely different work environment, income environment for the people. And we, the Light Kingdom Party, I, Mr. Caduceus, and the future Global Fraternity, the Royal Order of the Divine Light, we want to bring to your attention that those changes require from us actions now. I do care for the people. I love the United States of America. I believe that there is great people here in this nation. And our corrupted political environment, only we the people can change. God will be on our side. Let us bravely, courageously fight for 2020 to be a better year for everyone, in which, for the betterment of the people, noble deeds are done, of which our universal God would be truly proud of. Happy New Year to the United States of America and to the entire world from all of us.